How many of you have watched Dharma on Netflix? The story of a psycho gay serial killer from the 80s and his victims that is breaking all records on the OTT platform and trending across all territories. Well, they say reality is stranger than fiction, and that has been proven once again, but this time a similar horror has struck much closer home in Kerala, where a blood-curdling crime has come to light that involves slicing, dicing of the bodies and even reports of human sacrifice and cannibalism by the perpetrators. What is even more shocking is that among these accused are a well-respected senior citizen, his old wife, and a crafty middle-aged man who used every trick in the book to commit these unholy crimes. In fact, the accused old man is a sagely-looking Ayurveda practitioner who is known for his remedies, at least within the confines of his village. But something clearly went very, very wrong here. This is the story of three accused: 68-year-old Bhagawal Singh, his 59-year-old wife Laila, and the main accused, 52-year-old Muhammad Shafi, who together inflicted bone-chilling brutality on two women they had trapped in a case that involved sex, superstition, and abject depravity. It had all started less than a month ago on Monday, September 26th, when a 52-year-old woman, Padma, who was a lottery ticket seller, went missing from Ilamkulam in Kochi. Her family had lodged a missing persons complaint, after which the police had started its investigation. A CCTV trail from the roadside cameras led them to the house of one Bhagawal Singh in Pathanamtitha near Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala. On 9th October, the police found the CCTV footage from the house of their immediate neighbor, Jose Thomas. It showed a parked Scorpio and victim Padmam walking into the house. This is when Padmam was last seen alive, and you will be shocked beyond your wits as we were to know what all happened with her inside this house. But before we get there, let us also tell you that while looking for Padmam, the police made yet another startling discovery. Padmam was not the only missing old woman. Another woman, 49-year-old Rosaline, who had been missing since June this year, had also met a similar fate as Padma, and the police unearthed the grisly details of the crimes committed against these two women when they started investigating this diabolical plot. The CCTV footage led the police team to Bhagawal and Laila's residence, where the cops were shocked to find a mind-numbing amount of evidence of a double murder and possibly even more. The cops found the chopped remains in the pits on the premises of the couple's house in Ilanthur village. Upon interrogation, the wise-looking Pati-Patni confessed to the killing of both Padmam and Rosaline. But this case wasn't as simple as it looked, and once the police started probing further into the motives of this case and details of who all were involved, it left them completely flummoxed. Layers of a deeply sadistic and unimaginable crime started coming to fore. The police had seen a man who had accompanied Padmam into Bhagawal Singh's house. This man was Muhammad Shafi, the mastermind of this bone-chilling crime that is now making national headlines. And this has been confirmed by the police to the media. The location of Padmam's cell phone had led the police to Muhammad Shafi, who had roped in Bhagawal Singh and his wife Laila to help him, promising them riches after the killings. And what was the motive of killing these women? A human sacrifice. He had promised Bhagawal Singh and his wife massive riches after they sacrificed the women to appease the gods in a grisly ritual. Now, what we are going to tell you next is way too graphic and not for the weak-hearted. So at this point, we strongly advise viewer discretion from here on. The police said that 52-year-old Padmam was tortured with a knife and strangled. Her throat was slit and her body was hacked into 56 pieces and buried. 49-year-old Rosaline too was knifed in her private parts and killed. Shafi had tortured and murdered Padmam, the police said. Laila and her husband, Bhagawal Singh, had killed Rosaline, inserting a knife in her private parts and then slitting her throat. Yes, Bhagawal Singh, the wise-looking Tata who one can never imagine would do this, then went ahead and chopped off her breasts as per the police. Imagine the helplessness of these victims who were tied to a cot before they were killed, and their killers used a knife to inflict severe injuries on their private parts. What is even more worrying and shocking is that the police are now also investigating the possibility of cannibalism. In fact, the police team is examining 61 packets of body parts, including 56 parts found in a single pit and 5 skeletal remains in another. The police say that they are investigating if Shafi is a serial killer and if there are other victims as well. He's a psychopath and a pervert who delights in cruelty as per the police. He's a history cheater and a smooth talker who has a knack of trapping people in his words. He had befriended Bhagawal Singh and Laila through a fake FB profile back in 2019. This fake Facebook profile was under the name Sridevi, where his bio read, "If you have any financial problems, contact me." In his Facebook chat, he introduced this couple to Godman Rashid and asked them to please him. But the police say there was no one called Rashid. It was in fact Muhammad Shafi who had posed as him, and he only met the couple as Rashid. Over the past 4 years, his influence over the couple kept growing to such an extent that they are totally submitted to him mentally and physically as per the police. They obeyed him to the T. According to police, Muhammad Shafi is a pervert and a sadist with a mindset to cause injury, harm and death. He is the prime accused who exploited the fears of Bhagawal and Laila over their financial woes, and 2 women were killed following torture. The police say he took undue advantage of the couple's financial problems and convinced them that human sacrifice would solve their financial issues. Now, a Times of India report also claims that Padmam was brought by Muhammad Shafi to Bhagawal Singh's house by offering her 15,000 rupees for sex, and even Rosaline was lured with an offer of 10 lakhs to act in a porn film. The same report also claims that Muhammad Shafi had collected 3 lakhs from Bhagawal and his wife as well, and the police said that this could even be more than that. A man who studied only up to the class 6th, Muhammad Shafi is said to have left home at a very young age and travelled widely, working a variety of jobs. He later got married and even has children. Muhammad Shafi has also lived in most districts in the state, which helped him interact with a variety of people. His acquaintance with the deceased Padmam and Rosaline too must have been born out of such an interaction as per the police. He is also the prime accused in another case in Ernakulam, which took place in August 2020. Here, a 75-year-old woman was raped and her private parts injured with a knife. Kochi Police Commissioner told the media he draws pleasure from causing injury, harm and even death. That is the level of his perversion. The women killed in Ilanthur, that is Padmam and Rosaline, were also similarly attacked. Their private parts were injured, and in one case, their chests were cut off. Muhammad Shafi's wife has defended her husband, saying that they have been married for 24 years and that he is not capable of such a gruesome crime. Today, all 3 accused have been sent to 12-day police custody, where they will be thoroughly interrogated. In its custody application, the police has said that the gold ornaments of the deceased women are missing. It seems that they have been sold or pledged by the accused. They are yet to be traced. The police believe there could be even more horrific details, and they also fear more victims could come to light in this baffling case of depravity. What are the thoughts that come to your mind when you listen to these stories? When you know that someone who looks like Bhagawal and his wife Laila could commit such crimes? What are the thoughts that come to your mind when you read and hear such stories? Please let us know in the comments. Also, if any of you watching this video has been in touch with any of these 3, then also let us know in the comments. If you have ever interacted with either Laila or Bhagawal, or of course Muhammad Shafi. If you have any more details about the case, also let us know in the comments. You can directly connect with me on Instagram and on Facebook is @ReviewRon. It's @Ronak Kotecha on Twitter. Like, share, subscribe and hit the bell icon if you find our videos worth it. If not, let us know how we can improve. But as always, even if you don't do any of these things, thank you so much for watching this one. Please take care of yourself and those around you. Jai Hind.